go, right? Before we conjugate it. So we wouldn't say, William, you should go into class right now. The bell's about to ring. Does that sound right to you guys? How do we normally say it? Someone give me an example. Yes. Yes, so can you use that in a complete sentence? William
should go to class right now.
Yeah, that's great. Good job. William should go to class right now. The bell is about to ring. So when we're using subjunctive, we always use the simplest form of the verb, go, in that example. Here's a few other examples. So we often use the subjunctive mood just like we did in our warm-up activity to suggest something to someone. Oh, I'm going to go visit Taiwan, right? So, who's from Taiwan again? Lucas. No, Kimmy, you're from Taiwan. So Kimmy, you would tell us, oh, you should go here, right? Or, oh, you must go see this fact, something that we know to be true. It's what needs to be done. That's a condition. So we wouldn't say, it's important that William leaves on time because why? What do you guys remember about the first slide? Leaves, L-A-V-E-S. What is the root verb of leaves? Anybody? Left would be the past tense, he left. Leave, right? So we don't use the S, remember? The subjunctive, we use just the root form, to leave. Not leaves or he left. We use just leave. It is important that William leave on time. Tends to express conditions. So if and then, kind of like the example we just used with Chelsea, if I were you, I would accept the offer. Or if you guys think to your science classes when you're making a hypothesis, right? Anyone in biology or chemistry right now? Freshman science? So your hypothesis, if this, then that. This is what I think will happen. So a couple more rules, just a few examples to prepare you guys for the activity we're about to do. When we're talking about things in the present tense, we use the past tense verb. So here's an example. Let me read my special sentence. So last year, I went to South Africa. I spent half of the year living in South Africa, working at an orphanage. And I really, really want to go back, but I'm so busy and I don't have enough money right now. I'm thinking about planning a trip there though, and it would really be nice if I could just go to the airport and get on a plane right now and go back to South Africa. I would love that. But here's what I have to say. I'm so busy right now. I don't have time. If I had time, I would go to South Africa. So this is me in the present tense right now. If I had time, I would go to South Africa. Had is what verb tense? Past, right? But I'm talking about right now. If I had time. So we use, when we're following if, we use the past tense form of the verb to talk about something we wish we could do or something that could be a possibility, but it's not right now. Does anybody have a question? Our practice sheet. So, looking down at activity 3, you're going to be doing this with a partner, and the example on the top of the page, it gives us a situation. I don't know many people. In the parentheses, it tells us what the problem is. I'm lonely. So, if we're talking about, if we're feeling lonely, we might say, I wish I knew more people. So the first sentence, everybody look at number 1 on your worksheet, please. It says, I don't have a key, and I need one. So can anyone think of what we might say using this form? I wish I had a key. Good job. And everybody notice when he said that, he changed have to the past tense. Have. So good job, William. Frequently means. I have it written up here. Frequently or frequent. Yes.
Sometimes.
Not sometimes. Frequently. Yes.
A lot.
A lot. Okay. So frequently. Something that happens frequently happens a lot. Any other definitions?
Often.
Often. Great. So when we want to talk about the frequency of something, we're talking about how often it happens. For example, can anyone think of something that they do often or do frequently? Maybe oh, yes.
I brush my teeth
You brush your teeth. Okay. How often do you brush your teeth?
2 times a day.
2 times a day. Great. Yes.
I eat lunch
You eat lunch. Okay. How often do you eat lunch?
every day.
Every day. Great job. Anyone else have an idea? Do homework. Do homework. Okay. How often do you do homework?
Every day.
Every day. So I want you guys to look at your handout. This is the same exact thing I have written up on the board. And I want to see, what do you guys notice about the far left side? Percentages, right? There's numbers. So this is talking about the frequency, something that happens 100% of the time. And this is one way that helps us know what word to use. When we think of something, okay, how often do I do this? Do I do it all the time, which would be 100% of the time? Do I do it maybe half the days out of the week? So 50%, I would use the word sometimes. So using our toothbrushing example, right? You said you brush your teeth every day, right? So what do you guys think is every day, 100% of the time, 70% of the time? Any ideas?
100%.
100%. So we would use always. I always brush my teeth. So one other thing I want to point out to you guys is sentence structure when we're writing using adverbs and frequency. We usually write things like this: subject, adverb, the main verb, and then the rest of the sentence. So for example, my students always speak English in the classroom. So we have the subject, my students, adverb, always, main verb is speak, and then the rest of the sentence, the object, English in the classroom. My students always speak English in the classroom. So let's take a look at this example. This sentence we need to change, and we need to use an adverb to describe how often Sophia plays the guitar. So here's our sentence. Sophia plays guitar every day. First, I want to ask you guys, what is the verb in this sentence? Yes. Do you know the verb?
Plays.
Plays. Good job. So our verb is plays. And how about the subject? Yes.
Guitar.
Not guitar. Guitar might be the object because it's describing what the subject plays.
Sophia.
Sophia, good job. Subject is Sophia. And last question, every day. How often do you think that is? If you were paying attention before, it's the same word we used in our other example.
Always.
Always, right. It's every day. So does anyone have an idea of how we would insert always into the sentence using the model that we use? How would you change the sentence?
Sophia always plays guitar every day.
Awesome.
No, wait. Sophia always plays guitar.
Great job. So we don't need to include every day. That was perfect. Good job, Ariana. Sophia always plays guitar. And all the different adverbs that we're learning about are written on these papers. So when you get the cup, you're going to draw one of these words out of the cup, And I want you to make up your own sentence using something from your daily life or your daily routine, or you can make something up about someone else. Don't worry if you get it wrong, but try to use the form we just learned. Subject, adverb, main verb. Anybody have any questions? All right, who wants to start? Should we start over here?
I generally do not stay up past 11.
Okay, great. Good job.